RedditRah, episode 8. I think that's what this is. Oh, we're on 9. We're not on 8. We're gonna get started. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Hello. Hi there. How are you? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing great. Hello. Welcome back to my podcast. And what is my podcast and who am I? This is RedditRah. I am your host, your bad bitty, and your everything, Queen Ra, aka Queen Cho, aka now RedditRah. Let's start this off first by, after we introduce ourselves and let you know why you're here in the first place, let's talk about God and let's thank him for also being here and for everything that he do, because he's the one who even gave me this voice to be able to articulate myself to you guys, and I'm just really grateful for that. Also, before we start everything, can you please like, comment, share, and subscribe, please? Pretty like me, please. Today's theme is one that I'm just now able to relate to, but I still can relate to. Parenting. The parentalness of a child. Raising a child. Mine is only 2, finna be 3 in December, and yeah. Watching kids and having kids are 2 different things. But anyways, let's get into Reddit. We got ready. Yes, we do. I got ready, and I hope you do too. Anyways, let's get into this thread. I have found a thread on here that was actually talking about parenting. It just popped out while I was looking right quick. But yeah, let's see what we got in here. Let me see this one. Okay, I'm gonna read this one. It says, I have to admit, I was super underestimated how bad the screen time was, age 6. And this one's about technology, of course. Okay, it says, my son recently turned 6 and is finishing kindergarten next week. He's had an Amazon Fire tablet since age 3, and we've allowed him to watch most things on Netflix and Disney for a while now. After our youngest was born, about 6 months ago, we started using the TV and tablet way more. We gave it to him in the morning so we could sleep more, gave it to him at night so we could have some quality time, etc. It got to the point where he was watching it on average about 3 to 4 hours a day. He started having freakouts when told to turn it off, not falling asleep until around 9, when he used to sleep by 7:30. I was getting calls from his teacher about him not listening and being disruptive in school. We cut out the tablet entirely and dropped to only 1 hour of screen per day and have seen a huge improvement. He's not argumentative. He's not saying he's bored all the time. He's falling asleep again at 7:30. He's more kind and thoughtful these last few weeks. And he started doing kid things again. He found a cardboard box and was drawing, making it into a castle the other day. Things he was not doing before with TV. I truly did not realize the impact it was having until it was already there. I feel dumb for letting it get so out of hand, but I'm proud of the progress we have made. His teacher told me yesterday she's seen a night and day improvement in his attitude and behavior. Okay, so for this one, I have to say, screen time is good and bad. You can even see it in this story that they wrote that I'm sorry, I got distracted. My laptop about to die. Let me plug it up first. My bad. But like I was saying, you can even see in this story that like they gave their child screen time and how it changed everything. Yes, it can be good because it can allow you to like get more stuff done, or like they said, get that quality time, sleep more. You could do a lot of stuff more when your kid is distracted, because it's not always feasible to give them like your undivided attention and time 24/7. So you have to have that balance. But that is when the tablet comes in and it helps for real, even with me sometimes. But you don't want to do it too much because there are a lot of things on these tablets, even these kiddie tablets, that expose your children to stuff that they're too young to see, too young to know about. Like, and it also, because I see it firsthand from working in a school where they gave all the kids iPads, it overstimulates them. It literally makes them very hard-headed, irritable, low patience. Like, you would see like day and night between how I went to school versus how these kids, well, some of them at least, go to school. And this is in their face all day. A bigger version of this. And yeah, they can block certain sites and do certain things, but there's always that one kid who finds out how to surpass all of that and just be on there going ham. And we don't even be knowing it. It don't take nothing but a few clicks for them to get off of what they be watching and go to something else. And some of them do their due diligence to make sure you don't know what they watching. And I know that for a fact, because you'll come around and they're herping. It's gone. But that's why, as a parent, I'm really proud of this parent myself, because they was able to like find a problem, assess it, and then do something about it, like change it all up. Because the last thing that I know that the teacher will want to deal with is an overstimulated child. Like, you have this in your face all day, flashing colors, flashing lights, flashing everything, quick. Like, it's not good for a little brain. It's not good for a little brain. And I'm glad that I ran across this. But even with my son, like, he get his tablet, but it's not like he on that bit like not even 3-4 hours a day. His attention span too short because he only 2. So he can watch like a couple of videos and then he puts it down and goes somewhere else and starts playing with people and toys. But I want it to stay that way because I don't want him to be so engulfed in electronics and technology and all this stuff that he just forgets about the real world and life. Because I feel like when you do get wrapped up in that, especially when you're older and you're on social media, it warps your perception. It warps your perception of yourself, of your life, how you think, what you feel. Like, the internet and electronics and technology most definitely do that. So you have to like be mindful. And kind of like my instructor with my security class told me, spend more time on education versus entertainment, or at least find something educational that's entertaining. But either way, it's like, feed your mind. Don't be sitting out there watching and taking in BS all the time, because then that's going to become you. And on that note, yeah, it ain't even no advice to give about this parent. This parent did a great job. We're going to move on to the next story because I really like that one. I love parents who see something wrong with or in their kids and they be like, nah, and they do something about it. Because Lord knows, other people in villages in your kid's life, they're still not going to teach and love your child like you would. What? Let's try this one. It says, 33-year-old daughter accused me of favoritism when it comes to her children. I feel awful. Okay. I feel a bit uneasy coming to Reddit for this issue, but I have no one to vent to. Husband is working. I'm a mom of 3 grown girls and a meemaw to 4 amazing grandchildren. My oldest, who is 33, gave birth to her 3rd baby in February of this year. Her baby girl was born with a severe skin condition, which is called butterfly skin disease, EB. I watch over her other 2 children daily, all day, to give her a break. I do bond with her sweet baby girl. I'm a retired pediatric registered nurse, so I help with caring for her skin condition and doing wound care the best that I can with her mom. Her and her husband's son-in-law are taking my other 2 grandchildren to Disney World for a little staycation on Friday. They'll be gone for 5 days. Today, while she's dropping off my other 2 grandchildren, she asked how I would feel about watching over the baby while they're going for their staycation. I told her as much as I would love to, I don't feel confident at all watching her alone due to her being extremely fragile. We also live in Tampa, so if something bad were to happen, I wouldn't know what to do. I tried offering a tag along with them and help out in other ways. I was accused by her of showing favoritism towards her other 2 children, and I feel awful because it's far from being true. Ooh. With this one, I don't know what the fuck your daughter got going on, but I don't see how from this or what you're saying you're showing favoritism. Your child is sick, bitch. Your child is sick. She has a rare skin condition that although your mother can assist you with it, she's not confident or comfortable enough to be with this child for an extended period of time. 5 days is almost 2 days off a week. Y'all finna be going almost a week and you want her to stay with your kid that she don't even know how to adequately deal with her condition. That's not good parenting. You're being a bad parent. And not only that, you're emotionally manipulating your mother by sitting up there telling her that she's showing favoritism and trying to make her feel bad, when in all actuality, you're her child. She raised you. You're grown. She don't have to help you do shit. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, especially because they're used to being treated a certain type of way or given certain things. You're not entitled to anybody or anything. Your mom literally could live the rest of her life and not help you with your kids at all, and that's her prerogative. Like, people don't have to do shit. But the fact that she's even offering an alternative. She's not sitting back and saying like, oh no, I just can't help you completely. Like, she's telling you, she's communicating with you that I feel like, let me put it like this. I feel like that's really brave and notable to know your limits. To know that there are people who can jump in between 2 buildings and make it to the other side, and you can't do that. You don't have that. You're not agile enough. You're not fast enough. You don't jump high enough. Like, knowing that stuff about yourself can save you from a lot of shit. Because what if she would have sat up there, took on that task, and like she said, don't even know what you're doing, and something do happen with that child? Your daughter's going to be even more mad at you versus you telling her no. She's going to be even more mad when something happens to her kid and you can't do shit about it because you don't even know what you're doing. But you took it upon yourself to still place yourself in this situation. I feel like your daughter should have taken up that offer for you to come with them and help them. That way, you'll still have your help and not have to completely deal with the child on your own. And yeah, I just felt like that was a really good alternative. But I feel like this is really messed up that she's sitting up there like doing her mom like that. Like, oh, you're showing favoritism. No, I'm doing what I can while I can. I'm doing what I can while I can. The fact that I'm helping you at all is a blessing. And for you to come around and tell me that, that's kind of messed up. Like, I literally don't owe you nothing. And I'm going out of my way right now to still try to help you. So, either you want the help or you don't. This is not my kid. This is my grandchild. As in, this is your child. And I feel like when it comes to your kids, other people can help you and stuff, but that's your responsibility. You're going to have to make some sacrifices, babes, especially because you had a sickly child. Your child is sick. You need to be with your child. Don't sit up there and push that off on somebody else. That's not even right. And you saying like, it just goes to show how like, you can meet somebody, you can communicate with somebody and meet them halfway and they'll still villainize you for something that's not even your fault, or like I just said, her responsibility. This story just kind of annoyed me, to be honest, and I'm going to just move on to the next one because I just feel like that's lame. Like, I don't have my mother anymore. But when she was here, it's like, y'all just have to be mindful. There are really people out here who don't have that luxury. They don't have moms. Like, you need to really appreciate that. Even if you didn't like that, just be like, thank you anyways, Mom, for even trying to help me. Because honestly, you don't have to. This is my shit, my responsibility. Thank you. She tripping. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, let's read this one. It says, disrespectful 12, nearly 13-year-old daughter. Hi, everyone. Just looking for advice. The will to live, really. How do you discipline a disrespectful 12-year-old? She also seems to lost all her manners, and I don't know what else to do. I'm at my wit's end. She wasn't brought up like this, and her 2 younger brothers also don't act like this. Speak to me and her dad the way she does. You need to learn how to write better. This is crazy. I've been told her many a time the way she speaks to us is hurtful and really rude. She won't apologize when she's in the wrong or won't take accountability. We currently have taken both her phones and PC off of her as an act of punishment, but she doesn't seem interested or fazed by it. Still speaking to us like something she's trotting in. I do understand hormone school changes and that she is just a child, but I think if we don't nip this in the bud, then she'll only get worse and think she can get away with being rude and disrespectful. She was calling us see you next Tuesday to her friends. Called me a horrible bitch because I took her phone away. I know if I ever spoke to my parents the way she has me, I wouldn't have been able to sit for a week. She making out that we're the worst parents in the world for punishing her the way she treats and speaks to us. I just don't know what else I can do. I spent the night up crying because of how hurt I feel and questioning where the hell I've gone wrong. Okay, so for this one, babe, please slow down. Your daughter really has you distraught. You can't even talk or think right. And what I have to say about this, absolutely do not let no motherfucking kid terrorize you. And when that happens, a lot of times they do be the parents' fault. Sometimes y'all be being too soft on them. I ain't saying you gotta beat them to a pulp, but you need to get this little person to understand, look, you ain't done and you ain't got shit. And I do. So you're not going to disrespect me. Also, you need to come up with creative ways to discipline her. You ain't never seen my wife and kids and how his kids would do shit. I ain't seen him beat them. He would find little clever ways to get under their skin and sometimes you have to make people feel how you feel so that they understand how it feels and to not do that. She obviously is lacking empathy and morals right now, and you got to put that shit in her. And sometimes it's through the fear of God. Sometimes you might got to snatch her up. I ain't saying punch her out or no shit like that, but you got to snatch her up and let her know, like, hey, I'm the mama, you the baby, so act like it. Because I promise you, baby girl, I love you down, but you don't have to be here. If you think I'm the worst person ever, if you think this, that, and the third, you literally don't have to be here and I don't have to deal with this. Like, this is a mess. You need some type of corrective action going on because just taking this stuff away is not enough. I'm just wondering how y'all two are parenting her in the first place for her to even feel bold enough to do some of this stuff. Because I'm not even going to lie. As disrespectful as I could be sometimes when I was a teenager, there's just certain stuff that I still wouldn't do. And that's because your parents or whoever is raising you have to have a certain standard, a certain boundary, a certain understanding that I'm doing this more than likely because I love you, not because I want to or I have to or any of that shit. It's because I love you. So don't get it twisted. Do not take my love, my kindness, anything that I give to you that I don't have to for granted. And it's just sad to see for real because some kids don't understand how good they have it. You have parents I feel like that's what you need to get her to understand, bro. You have parents who care about you and that you're even able to get these things for me to take them from you in the first place. There are kids who don't have shit. And that's not even just materialistically. Like, they don't have people in their life who give a fuck about them, so they not even safe. They out here. You need to... If it was me personally, I'd make her ass do community service like she on motherfucking parole. I'd find a church or anything in the community on the internet and make her ass work. Make her ass volunteer. Make her ass see that there are things and people less fortunate than you, so don't you ever take anything that me or God give you for granted. There's some serious parenting needed in this situation, because I promise you, bro, I can't pay bills. I can't do nice things for you. I just can't. And you don't understand. You don't give a fuck. You got to give a fuck about something, especially yourself. Let's move on to the next one, because I'm not even going to lie. The way I would deal with this is some off-cam shit. Next. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got two more. Let me see what's this one. Oh, this one. I think this one is really cute, so let's read this. It says, something your parents did while growing up that strengthened your relationship with them. It said, I don't have a lot to look back on and say, I'm so glad my parents did X, Y, and Z. I want to do that for my kids. Thus, I find myself succumbing to these influencers pushing parenting advice, not having gone through the entire experience of parenting yet. So, those with strong relationships with their parents, what did they do? I can relate to this a little, not too much, because like, I'm not even gonna lie, for the most part, I was raised by my grandma, but I did have a good mom. My dad, he was locked up, but that's neither here nor there. My dad still like loved me and shit like that. But it's just like, I feel like personally, even from my experience, you have a strong relationship with your kids through showing up for them. You show them unconditional love. You show them no matter what you do, no matter who you are, I'm gonna be here. Like, and a lot of times, like, it's that quality time. When your kids ask you to like watch that little dance that they just learned 4 times, that matters. Your kids are going to remember that. They're going to remember that no matter how repetitive, annoying, agitating, anything that I was to or towards my parents, they gave me attention. They gave me love. They gave me everything that I needed to be the best person that I can within their capabilities. Because let's be real, there's no such thing as a perfect parent. But I feel like as long as your parent wakes up every day and they try, that shit counts. It's beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. And when it comes to that influencer shit, it's too much shit online that they try to influence us to do that we not even supposed to be doing for real. Like, have your own mind, your own thoughts on how you want to do stuff. Yeah, you could take advice from people, but understand everyone's personality and circumstances and all of that stuff is different. So they're going to raise their child differently. You got religion, you got morality, you got a lot of different things that plays into how a child is going to come up and be raised. And how I have to say with you, like, love. Love. You have corrective actions, of course, because there's no such thing as a perfect person, yet alone child. So they're gonna mess up, but you just have to have that right corrective action and love them. Love their ass. Love the shit out of them. Make them feel important. Make them feel special. Make them feel seen. Because them are the people who come into this world and they so confident and they light and they beautiful and they everything that the world just loves. Like, love. That's the only thing. That's what I can give to you right now, that you're going to remember forever. Because my mom, even though she didn't raise me and she had her little issues, I always felt loved. I always felt seen. I always felt important. I always knew that she would come back for me. I always knew that I'm getting that Christmas gift. I just always knew certain things because of how my mom was, and she was consistent with it. Consistency as well. You have to constantly show up, constantly Like, you know what I mean? All of that stuff. We don't forget it and we appreciate it. And that really builds character in a strong relationship between a parent and a child. So, yeah. Next story. Let's move on to the next and the last one before we get up out of here, of course. Because I still got to do stuff today. Like, I'm recording this on Friday. I had a crazy week. I've been having crazy weeks, plural. But I'm here every time. So live it, laugh it, love it. Let's see. Oh, I have to read this one. It says, no one prepares you for when your kid asks, why does nobody like me? I feel so lost. My 8-year-old has been going to the same school for the past 3 years and has yet to make a solid friendship. They are a sweet kid, always willing to help and step up for a friend. They make friends easily at the park or other random places, but in school, it is a whole different thing. They are in a couple clubs within the school, so same peers. I have tried to make friends with other parents to set up play dates, but it never goes any further than a few texts. It seems like everyone already has someone, and there is no need for my child's friendship. The other night they came up and asked me, Mom, why does no one like me? And my heart broke. I have no idea what to do or how to fix it. I know I can't force other kids to be their friend, and that's fine. I would never force my kid to be friends with people they don't vibe with. Like I said before, they're really sweet, maybe a tad shy, but it's never stopped them from making friends other places. My only thought is that they are the oldest and the first grandchild, so they did get a little spoiled and a lot of attention, which leads to them being bossy at times. But we have gotten over that with them, and they have gotten a lot better with letting people play how they want. They are not the last to be picked with partners in class and don't get invited to birthday parties. They told me the other day they felt invisible. I don't even know what I'm asking. Maybe how to help them. Or if there are people out there who were that kid and how they handled it. Thanks, everyone. Ooh. This one is really tied into self-esteem and love. And baby, you have to teach your child to be cool on their own. And as hard as that can be, because I done worked in school and I've seen kids love being clicked up. They're like little baby packs of wolves. Like, that's when they feel best. That's when they feel strongest. But even in me and how I'm raising my son, he gonna know you need to hold your head high and stand up straight. And don't worry about nothing to nobody. Especially when you work on yourself every day, or you love yourself and who you are or what you have become. You can't let stuff like that bother you. Don't get me wrong. Everybody wants fellowship and community. And that's why we do a lot of stuff that we do anyways as human beings. But it's just like a lot of times it's not worth it. And you have to let stuff organically happen, or it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Because if you sit up here trying to change yourself or mesh in with people that you don't really mesh with for real, it's not going to even end well. And then on top of that, you're going to be mentally exhausted because you're always faking it. You always pretending to be this certain type of way for these certain type of people. And it's like, bro, why not just sit back, vibe out, be chill, and do you until people come your way? Of course, always put yourself out there because it's good to talk to people and network and have people that you just know. But at the same time, though, don't beg, don't plead, don't whine, don't cry, don't lie, don't die, because people can't see who you is. I do like how at the end of this post that this person basically was like the dynamics of the situation, like you was the oldest grandchild and you was spoiled and da da da. So that part of the character development, I would have to say, is y'all fault. When you spoil kids, you make them intolerable. Like, they be aggravating and shit. I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I always, even now, I give my son stuff, but when he gets older, he gonna have to understand, like, hey, you're very fortunate and you could easily not have these things. And you also need to work for certain things, because I'm not gonna give them to you just because I'm your mom. Because you need to understand that putting your kids through certain stuff builds character. You can't sit up there, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I just took Eli to daycare this morning, and sometimes I let him watch YouTube. This morning I turned on Bluey for him, and it was an episode where they were playing Pass the Parcel. It's a little birthday game where they pass around a gift. It's kind of like musical chairs, but they pass around a gift, and it's every kid stops at, they get a gift or they don't. It started off with the first birthday party. They made it to where there was a gift in every layer wrapped around, and each kid got a gift. But then one of the parents, the dad, was like, my kid finna have their birthday coming up, and I don't want that. I want it to be one gift that they all pass around, and we do it like that. And you could literally see when the party started and the kids was like ripping off the paper and they didn't see like candy or a gift for them, they would literally get up crying and go to their parents. And I'm like, bro, if y'all would have never started that, everybody deserves to win shit in the first place, these kids wouldn't be crying. But I was so happy that that parent did that and switched up the tempo and was like, no, we're going to take this back to how we used to play, how you properly play this game, because everybody can't win all the time. You have to teach them that young. And the fact that, like, he did that, it started a chain effect where the other parents started doing it too. And then the kids, they wasn't even crying about not getting a gift anymore because they were accustomed to it. They started to understand that, like, hey, I can't win all the time. Especially at something like somebody else's birthday party. This isn't even about me. So be mindful of that. When you doing and teaching them certain stuff, you have to teach them. You don't win all the time. You don't get your way all the time. You can't tell everybody what to do. Nobody wants to hang out with people like that. And I'm really glad that y'all tapped in and switched up that situation and taught them to not be that way, because I'm not even gonna lie, that can also contribute to your children not having friends. Nobody wants to be friends with the kid. It's like, shut up, go do this, go do that, do this, do that. Like, nobody wants a bossy kid, because that don't even go together. Ain't nothing about a kid is boss. Ain't nothing about a kid CEO-er. Like, you're a kid. You have to do what people say. You have to do what people say for the rest of your life. Because not even gonna lie, when you grow up and you're an adult, you still have to do what people say. You got to do what the government say. You got to do what your boss say. If you got a man or a gal who's controlling their boss, you got to do what they say if you want to be with them. Like, all of this contributes to these things. And I just have to say, number one thing you can do is just teach your kid to not give a F and to love themselves, and the friends gonna come, because it's too many different diverse personalities and environments. Your kids are gonna make friends. They are. And all the parents acting like, oh, my kid is already friends with such and such, you're bogus. I feel like it's something, now that I'm thinking about it, that was left out, because it's like, why is everybody so impartial to that? Like, why do they not want to? Like, what's going on? It's something else going on. But yeah, on that note, we're going to end this episode. And I'm so happy to be here with y'all. I thank God that I'm here. I thank God that I can do this every week. Even when it's really hard, I thank God. Because y'all don't understand. Consistency is key. I keep doing this and keep showing up in front of you and showing out. I'm a blow. Like the World Trade. But yeah, keep God in your life. Love yourself. Love folk who love you and appreciate them. And before we go, do not forget again to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because I need that for this to to do what it's supposed to do. And I appreciate you if you do those things. But yeah, Today's theme was parenting. I had so much fun. I love you guys. And I'm finna dip out. Thank you so much. RedditRah, Queen Raw. Yeah.